It's on, y'all. We got Jaden last night, and we're about to get back to work. It's on. Hey, and also, I'm back on the sideline, though. All right. I'm here for an important reason, to add to our tradition, to add to our success. With the 36th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jer'Zhan Newton, defensive tackle, Illinois. Let's go, Commanders. Thank you all.
There's a long history of great defensive linemen from the University of Illinois, and Jer'Zhan, they call him Johnny Newton, was the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. As you see him celebrating with friends and family in Orlando as he is headed to the Washington Commanders. Football family, wants to design cars, became a father.
Yes, sir.
This guy can do a lot of things.
You know, you mentioned he became a father, and he said that fatherhood changed his life. He had to mature the next day. And it was an eye-opener for him, and I think that's when he really started to dominate on the field. He was the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, 7.5 sacks in 2023, most by any Power 5 defensive tackle, very athletic. Coach, this guy is extremely disruptive in the middle of the defensive line.
Yeah, he's got great initial quickness, and one thing I always look for in interior guys is can they move their hands and feet at the same time? And this is what this guy does extremely well. Great quickness, but you see him there moving his hands, using his feet, can open his hips and get around the blocker. He's a very productive inside guy. I think he's a one-gap player, which a lot of teams are going to right now, and I think it'll be outstanding.
I look for that single digit in his defensive tackles. No, honestly, what's interesting is Dan Quinn comes over from the Cowboys as the new head coach. He's already got a couple of coaches, defensive tackles, in Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne. Now you add Johnny Newton in there. Boy, that defensive line's ferocious.
Ought to be able to stop the run. One would think.
What? Oh, my God. Listen, the Washington Commanders are doing the damn thing. You have to give it up to those guys out there. They're giving your man, Coach Quinn, some serious firepower in his second time around as a head coach. I mean, first and foremost, you go out and get my man Jayden Daniels with the second pick. You somehow lucked up under that one right there, baby, because Jayden Daniels is going to be a star. I'm talking about somebody who can definitely roll through his progressions. He can chain through them bad boys like you wouldn't believe. Piston, quick release, arm strength on swole. And, of course, man, he can evacuate and detach from the pocket. He can improvise. He can do all that good shit. All that jazz right there, he's going to be good. But, listen, you follow that up with perhaps my number one defensive tackle or interior defensive lineman, especially if we're talking about 3 technique, right, possibly 5 technique. Johnny Newton. Come on, man. I had to drop this film study that I did with my Seattle coverage because I was suggesting that they get him with the 16th pick for the last couple of months, right? Him, Byron Murphy, and these guys like that. They did end up getting Byron Murphy, so they did good there. But getting this man in the second round, Johnny Newton, and I had to do a double take. I'm like, isn't this the same team that already has the best 1-2 punch on the inside in the damn NFL and Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen? Come on, man. That's just not even fair. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Maybe by the time this is published, something happens to one of those guys, right? Or they're not on the team or nothing like that. But as a 1-2 punch, as an organization taking care of the inside, I like to build from the inside out, right? I like to build, right, as if I have a team, right? Listen, theoretically, if I had a team, I would build from the inside out. I was not mad at them getting rid of Montez Sweat and my man, of course, Chase Young. That's my dog. Getting rid of him and keeping the guys on the interior because I think the interior just does wonders for a defense. Quick pressure there, plugging up those holes, forcing everything to the edges like Allen and Payne can do, and both those guys can get after the quarterback. But Johnny Newton as well? What type of rotation is that shit, right? Like I said before, we'll see, you know what I'm saying, if that holds up there. But as a trio there, and I believe Fidarian Mathis still out this mama jumper, right? It's been a while, but oh my God, that is nasty. Matter of fact, man, let me go ahead and bring that film study back right there, man. Something a little quick.
Check out this unique athleticism. Now, it's hard to tell right here, but I would say
It looks like he's either lined up at a 4-eye or your normal traditional 3 technique. If I can see right here with the nose, looks like he's shaded over the center here. But look at this wide rush he takes, and he's still able to run the arc from a defensive tackle position, from a legit interior alignment. I don't know. This is just hard. Look at this. Oh, subtle sleight of hands right there. David Copperfield him. He David Copperfield him right and splatter whacked the quarterback. Now, I know the quarterback was holding on to the ball, right? It's 3rd and 7, but hey, it is what it is. You still had to take that wide-ass approach to this. Look at this coming from here. So, yeah, he's definitely on the inside shoulder of I would say maybe a 4-eye. So, a 4-eye, right, not getting up the field. He gets passed off from the guard because he's taking such a wide approach there. Bang, look at that. What we do here? Bang. Burp the baby on him. Smack. Look at that. Burp the baby on him. Look. So, sleight of hand. Show him. That's a show and go. Look at that. Showed him this hand right here to get him to react to that, right? Just to chop with the other hand and then come around and burp the baby, right? Look at, damn, he patted that man on his ass. Right, pause. We're going to have to pause that. He patted that man on his ass like, ha, 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 ha. You went for it. Now look at him turning the corner right here. My man was heavy-legged waist bending. Now he's in FEMA mode trying to recover. Can't even get a hand on him. Your man right here is a sitting duck. He doesn't know what's going on right here. He finally feels it, but it's too late. Splatter, whack, bang. Johnny Newton. You imagine that dude next to Leo Williams? Listen, this is I hate to invoke this name. I'm not saying he's this guy, but that's the type of shit I used to see Warren Sapp do back in the day. Warren Sapp was the type of dude that you could take him from an interior position, have him run a wide-ass loop, and he show off severe athleticism out there with a terrible body, right? My man Johnny Newton, a great football player, but he has a terrible football body, right? He can definitely stand to redistribute that weight. Maybe drop some pounds while adding some muscle, kind of reformulate like that, but it doesn't really matter because he's such a freak athlete. All right, here we see Newton right here at his 3 technique position. Watch him ride the assembly line. Look, ride the assembly line, discard, he's in there, getting after the run. Now, we know Seattle can stand to get a little bit better against the run still, right? Still kind of an Achilles heel to them. To me, it looked like it could be better on paper, but it still wasn't A1, and it needs to be A1 for Seattle to advance. Coming off on that assembly line, staying parallel to the line of scrimmage, right? These guys want to work these zone angles. You help them work that zone, right? Because if this was going that way, he would just, right, subtly guide him into the way of the running back, to the running back would have to cut it back against the grain right here. But on this one, he senses the flow right there, and look at him discard. He's done. Get upfield, get to the running back there. Make himself a solo tackle. Bang, fertilized him. One more time, full speed. Assembly line, parallel, Yaku. Back at a 3 technique. I love this move right here. Very active with his hands. Oh, and he understands. It looks like oh my God, that was gruesome. Yeah, I believe this one got called back. This ended up being a penalty, but you can't front on the actual rush move right here. Check him out right there. My man with the show and go, right? Once again, he has a move, or he has a plan for both arms, right? So some people can't marry their own arms together, if you get what I'm saying. One arm watches the other and both watch the face. Look at that. Bang. Hitting with the left, right? The left fights the hand, the right with the arm over. Get that leverage right there. And look at him. He's just reaching and bending. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. You know why he does that? We'll go back right here. With the spacing right there, Newton pops all the way up. Look, he's all the way up. That right there gives you a false sense of security. Somebody's already up like that. You're probably going to be a little bit lax in your defensive posture as far as guarding him as an offensive lineman there. Just for him to kind of change elevations, right? You look at that. Change the elevation on him after working the hands there. Dip around the corner. Now he's in FEMA mode. Let's go back to that other angle. Look, right there. Now he's in FEMA mode. Coming back right here if you didn't remember. Coming around that corner. Coming around the mountain where she comes. But look at that. Oh, yeah, I see it right there. To the chops. Right to his jaw. You know he was done. He was asleep. Look at that. Right there. He's out. Comatose.
bang, dropped the ball and everything right there. He's never had that good a sleep like he had within them 2 milliseconds that he was knocked cold out. He woke back up when he hit the ground, though, so he was all good there. But listen, you see that type of ferocity right there, that type of burst up the field.
Top Billin, Uptown Murf.
Top Billin, Billin. What more can I say?
Top Billin.